Hello, everybody. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. It is Tuesday, January 31st, 2023. It's the last month of one of the more miserable months up here in Canada. This is the Fakeologist speaking. I'm coming to you from the North Shore of Lake Ontario in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And we usually do this show from Sunday through Thursday between 8 and 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And we are broadcasting live tonight on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, DLive, and of course FakeoTube, FakeoTube.com. That's my video platform. Works pretty darn well. And usually I start the show off saying to the people on YouTube, because YouTube is censorious, that we are going to cut the feed to YouTube as soon as we start talking about controversial things. But if you do subscribe to my YouTube channel at fake11.com/YouTube1, then if you are a YouTube fan, then you'll at least get a notification. However, YouTube doesn't. You sign up on the Fakeologist blog, fakeologist.com/blog, or FakeoTube. You will also get notifications by email, which I find more useful. YouTube does not do email notifications. They, I suppose, do phone notifications, but if you really want the best, then go to fakeotube.com. And that's where I put all my live streams. They go there automatically. And the comments from the chat from FakeoTube turn into comments at the end of the broadcast. I think Odyssey does that as well. I guess YouTube probably does it as well. And we have Lost Spider Phallus saying hello. Kate Emma, looks like she's there. Greg Shantz is there in the FakeoTube chat. So sign on, sign up. It's free. Our FakeoTube is donationware. It's value for value, which means you pay whatever you think it's worth. There is no price. Everything is wide open on the website to make it easier to use. And you just pay whatever you can afford, or whatever you think the value of the show you got out of the show. That's how we do it. There's no membership, no paywall, there's no commitments, no monthly commitments, nothing like that. You can do all that, of course, but it's all strictly voluntary. And I think it's a great way, because if you lose interest, then you don't have to cancel anything. You just pay when you feel like it. So that's how we have modeled it, value for value. And thanks to Adam Curry of the No Agenda Show for coming up with that concept. Now, tonight is normally, I believe, Uncle Vigilante's night, but we had to move him around a bit because he was busy. So we're not going to talk about crypto, but we will talk about something different. I was going to say we're going to talk about salt, because we have the one, the only an ounce of salt per day, Frank from Geelong, Victoria, Australia. So ni hao to you, Frank.
Ni hao.
Frank is a familiar voice here on the Fakeologist platform. He's a big fan. He's a donor. He's a regular participant in the audio chats. And I asked Frank on an audio chat, which is a more informal, just folksy kind of open phone call, if he wanted to come on and do a regular show once a week or so, whenever we could fit it in, because we're both busy. And he agreed to that. So I thought, instead of just the informal, I'll do something more formal where we can play a few clips, talk about it, because Frank is a huge Fakeologist fan from way back at the beginning. So he is a treasure trove of knowledge on everything related to Fakeology. So Frank agreed, and so here we are. We're gonna try it out and see what happens.
Well, I've got an agenda, especially because it's 666.
Yeah, it is
And
show 666. FAK 666. Total
and
accident.
so I thought what I would do was the first point thing on my agenda was the story about. Well, I guess it's been a controversy on fakeology circles about whether there are agents out there and the government spying on us and all that sort of controversy. Does the government really care about what we are doing, or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? Would you agree that's been a biggie over the years?
I think we are all very suspicious of each other, and a couple people have mentioned that. I think John Levon, who's a contributor here as well, he said there are no paid agents. More people, I think, than not are convinced that there are people that come to disrupt and to derail. I don't see a lot of evidence for that. And
Well, it turns out that in Britain there is a unit called the 77th Brigade.
yes.
And they have acknowledged last year, the Chief of Defence Staff said General Nick Carter revealed that the 77th Brigade was involved in countering misinformation online relating to the coronavirus. And the Army has an information warfare unit. And here is the link.
All right. I was going to type it into presearch.com, which is my favorite search engine. If you look at my screen right now, this is my customized pre-search engine. As you can
So I've got,
see, you can type in anything and you can search on pre-search. That's the default, but you can search on Google. And in my case, you can search on Fakeologist forums, Fakotube, Rumble, TikTok, um, Odyssey, BitChute, Archive. I spelled that wrong. Archive.org, Everpedia, Yandex, YouTube, Wikipedia. So these are all my custom searches. And you have a link,
I've
and
typed a link to the article.
we're going to
Now,
bring
this
it up
came
on
to
the screen.
from the YouTube channel Dr. John Campbell, who's expressing disgust over what's been happening lately.
And you put me through to a paywall site, so we're kind of
Okay, so I have decided to pay that paywall.
you paid it. Whoa.
Um, I've got a month free trial, so
Mm. Well, I can't get through to it unless I log in as you. So if you want to share your screen, and
yeah, okay,
if you want to share your screen, I will show your screen,
that's a good idea.
and that's very easy to do. So I can share your screen because you are on the you're in the studio. You're in the
Okay, so
pre-screen.
how do I? So
There is a screen with an arrow pointing up in your control area where you have microphone, camera, screen sharing, invite guests, Sprocket. I think you have the same controls as I do.
share screen. Yeah, here we go.
So we'll look at your screen as soon as it's shared, and we'll put you up.
There
Okay.
you go. Okay, so there's the article.
Okay. You're the one that you have to scroll around to show me.
Yeah, so it's from the Telegraph, very
Yeah.
reputable newspaper. The Army's Information Warfare Unit monitored COVID lockdown critics. Whistleblower reveals that specialist military team spent time monitoring the social media posts of ordinary scared people. The Army's Information Warfare Unit monitored COVID lockdown critics during the pandemic, the government has revealed.
Mm. Now,
And
by
this
the
is a
way,
great one.
we
This is a
are
great for Dave J and for Jungle Surfer. It's called the 77th Brigade.
right. Don't forget, we are fakeologists, and are there any people actually quoted in this article? Or are they just saying the government has revealed? Who is the government? I mean, the government is people. So already I'm looking at this is probably just a phony fake story just to instill fear.
And maybe,
Yeah.
but and given this, there's a 77 there. Yeah, maybe.
I like
I think it's
it.
fairly clear though that there were, for example, your behaviour with YouTube is telling you all these things as well, isn't it?
Well,
You're
YouTube
going to
is
shut if you haven't
YouTube.
already shut down the YouTube channel. You're about to, on
Well,
the
I haven't
basis.
said any I'm going to anyway just because that I
Yeah.
don't know what the rules are, so we'll say goodbye to YouTube. So everyone on YouTube, go to facotube.com and let me just type that in, facotube.com. So everyone on YouTube, head over to facotube.com and click on the live screen that should be at the top of FacoTube here, and then you'll be able to listen and chat. So make sure
So
you
what I
log in
what
if you want
what
to
I
chat.
will do is print this article as a PDF,
Yeah, you can do
and
that.
then you'll be able to put it in your documents.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
But
But yeah,
I'm
so
leaning towards fake